Okay, so in this presentation, I'm going to explain sociocultural theory, what it means in learning, and then I'll apply it to a video of Mr. Cabana's math class. After that, I'm going to offer ways in which the lesson can be revised and redesigned so that it more accurately and more effectively reflects sociocultural theory. Let's start with what sociocultural theory is. It was first developed by Vygotsky, and according to Heron, he emphasized the social construction of knowledge. That is to say, learners construct knowledge through social interactions that can be on a one-on-one or on a more broad social level. This leads us to the concepts of scaffolding and apprenticeship. So in scaffolding and apprenticeship, we're referring to a one-on-one interaction where a learner is interacting with someone older or more experienced, and that older person, that more experienced individual, provides little bits of information that are missing so that the student can be guided through an activity until they actually accomplish it. So it's kind of like putting in missing puzzle pieces. Then the next concept that leads to. So scaffolding and apprenticeship leads us to the concept of the zone of proximal development, which Heron explains as anything a child can do with guidance. But not independently. So again, that stage where a student is capable of doing something, but only if there's someone there putting in little bits of information, helping guide them through either questions or missing facts. And as information turns into knowledge, that is when learning occurs. So as those little bits of information, those little puzzle pieces turn into actual knowledge, so as a student registers them, that is when learning occurs. So once a student has been guided through a process with those bits of information through scaffolding and apprenticeship, they eventually learn, and that is the zone of proximal development. Scott and Palenskar established two stages of development in terms of the zone of proximal development. The first is actual, and the second is potential. So those two stages, the actual levels of development and potential levels of development. Actual levels of development, according to Scott and Palenskar, refers to what a student can already do independently. So this would be basic things, basic tasks that students already know, that they already bring to the table. Potential levels of development refers to what students could potentially accomplish if they are guided. So what students would be able to accomplish if they are given that scaffolding and apprenticeship that we already discussed. And learning does not occur at the actual level of development. So in learning is defined as the process of putting information and turning it into knowledge. So at the actual level of development, students already know. They already have knowledge. There is no more need for them to take information, process it, and turn it into knowledge. In potential levels of development, students still require bits of information. They still require guidance. That then turns into knowledge as they learn it, as they are guided through a task, and that is when learning occurs.